Welcome, my dear visionary, artistic, and ethereal Pisces rising folks to Soul Passages Astrology. I am Georgia Dempsey, your astrologer, and this is your general trends forecast for February 2016. Now, do bear in mind that if you've got a big issue brewing regarding a life term plans or education or spirituality, something of that nature, and you feel like you need some extra information, you can book a 1-hour session with me by using the contact information at the front of my video. And I am running an absolutely awesome special right now, which is a 1-hour reading for $50 to March 1. So that is pretty rockin'. All right, well, let's jump into the month of February. I do see that you have got a lot of juice, action, and drive heating up your 9th house right now. And that's because you've got Mars and Juno there in Scorpio. So there is a lot of intensity and a desire to make some commitments regarding 9th house matters. So this could be going back to school long term for higher education. You could be really concentrating on what your life path is and how to get there. You certainly could be delving into the law or legal system, or deciding that you want to go on a spiritual journey or quest. This could lead you overseas to other cultures where you have an opportunity to tap into different worldviews, different people, and different religious thoughts. So all of these things are really being highlighted for you. And I do see that you've got a lot of friends and potentially civic organizations that are in support of your long-range plans, and that is absolutely wonderful. I think the only thing you need to be cautious of here is, you can sometimes feel threatened with the 9th house Mars if somebody feels differently than you. It can set you off a little bit, and we have to always remember that we each have our own version of the truth, right? We all feel really passionate about that version of the truth, but everybody has their own unique way, and there are many versions of the truth and many paths up the mountainside. So we have to leave space in there for other people to be who they are and to honor their belief systems as well. All right, and I do see, you've got a sextile from that Mars and Juno over to the 11th house. And boy, that is loaded up for you right now. You've got Pluto, Venus, Mercury, and the Moon all transiting in there on February 6th in Capricorn. And so you have just got a bunch of heavy hitters driving for those long-term goals. Going after the dreams. Maybe you're envisioning a better society and you are coming up with plans for how you can make that happen. And you have the power to tap into civic organizations and things like that to enact those dreams. So that is really some wonderful energy right now. And whoever's in that house of friends is probably going to be very supportive of you. So that's good. And again, the only thing is to keep your mind open to the fact that there are those many different paths. And you really could be questioning things right now. You've got Saturn up there in your 10th house in Sagittarius. Usually when that happens, I know you're working like a dog. You are starting to question things. You're wondering if it's ever going to pay off. If you're on the right path, be patient, because if you are doing the work, it will pay off, but not likely till Saturn leaves that house. That'll be at least another year from now. So don't get in a rub with authority figures. Keep the elbow grease going. And if you are on the right path, it should pay off within about a year. Now, if you find that you're not in the right path, if you're questioning the truth about what you're doing, you may be laying the seeds right now for starting down a new venture. And that's that ninth house matter, the road to God. And one of the things I'm just going to put out there is I see that you have probably some pretty good potential for being a healer in the world. You've got Chiron and Pisces in your first house next to Neptune. And, you know, this quest that you're going on down the road to God could help to strengthen whatever healing abilities you have, especially if you can keep that open mind about the other cultures and what you could learn on a big world trip or by going back to school. So the world needs healers right now. In fact, we're all being called to do some deep healing at this time. And so I could only encourage you to pursue, you know, whatever is happening up there in that ninth house. And it's going to have a deep psychological component to it. So, you know, if you're going back to school, you could be doing some research. You're going to be wanting to get to the bottom line answers, some spirituality questions. It's going to want you to really dig deep into whatever matters it is that you're going through. And, you know, a trip overseas could be happening for you. And if so, I wish you the best. I've done it a few times. It is a wonderful thing to do. Some of the best things I've ever done in my whole life. It will be eye-opening and revealing, and it could change your whole outlook on life and the universe. So happy voyage if that's what's up for you. Now on February 3rd, that Mars that is up there in the ninth will be trining that Chiron in Pisces. And so, you know, something else that could be going on for you is you could somehow be feeling like you've got a rift from the divine. Maybe you're feeling injured yourself right now, and this journey is a healing journey for you. And I think of the book, Eat, Love, Pray. What a great book. What a great spiritual journey. And in truth, she did find a lot of happiness and wisdom along the way. And you can as well. So, you know, whether you're working on your healing skills or just working on a healing path for yourself, you can heal that rift that you might feel between you and the universe. That is absolutely possible. And you are being called right now to, you know, take care of your body, take care of your mind, take care of your soul. And, you know, with Jupiter and Virgo, reaching out to healthcare professionals who can help you with whole foods, natural foods, herbs, acupuncture, alternative medicine stuff could be very powerful for you. And like many people who go through an illness or whatnot in their own life, it is the healing of that that helps to make you the strongest healer. So just bear that in mind. All right. Your Aquarius sun is currently in your 12th house in Aquarius. And it is sextiling Saturn and Sag in that 10th. And so that Aquarius sun is working behind the scenes right now. It's a very spiritual house, so you may be tapping into things like your deep subconscious mind, trying to break old habit patterns, trying to shine a light on things like that, and also having some quiet time, meditation, hypnosis, trance dance, all of these things could be just awesome. Again, to help you manifest what it is that you want in the world. You've been working really hard and you need the time to recharge. That Aquarian sun also wants you to, you know, give to the world, give to humanity, find a way to better humankind on planet Earth, and, you know, just support that vision that you have of a brighter, newer future. So that is an absolutely wonderful way for you to do this. And the work you're doing behind the scenes, which could be in hospitals or charities or government organizations or ashrams, for example, all of that could be helping to support you with the work that you are doing in the world. All right, Mars is going to be having a difficult conversation with Uranus and Aries on February 5th. So I really think your whole value system is up for a revolution right now. You may be rethinking what it is that's important to you. So if you're on the right track, you know, career-wise, you may keep going. On the other side, you may be saying, boy, it isn't all about the money. It's more about a whole bunch of other things. And so I see a revolution of the soul happening in terms of you deciding what's important to you. And that is really great. And, you know, part of that could be developing your self-worth, developing your talents and skills. So part of this could be going back to school for a higher degree. There's all of that stuff happening. So that's exciting too. You know, it isn't just about money. It's about talent, skills, and the information that you want to get out into the world. Okay, let's go back to that 11th house. That's a power-packed place for you right now. And Venus will be conjunct Pluto on February 5th in that house. So expect emotions and feelings to run really deep on this day. You've probably got a lot of desire nature going on for these long-term visions that you have, long-term goals, possibly a really close friendship, and maybe even a little bit of compulsive obsessive thinking or a little bit of controlling stuff going on. If so, you know, just try to be mindful of that. You can, however, transform this part of your life. So if you need to transform your goals, that's great. Maybe what you thought you once wanted isn't true anymore, so you might be setting the seeds for a new path. That's fine too. I would look to your friends for advice and help. They can be very powerful for you right now. Okay, your Aquarian sun, again tucked away into your 12th house, will be sextiling Uranus and Aries, again down in your value sector. So, you know, yoga, a sound bath, meditation, all of these things can help you to get in touch with that question. What is it that I value? And how can I make that happen? How can I manifest that into the world? So the work you're doing behind the scenes in February is really important. All right. So I can see information coming from your friend sector potentially on February 6th because Mercury, which is up there, will be trining Jupiter in Virgo in your 7th house. So relationships and partnerships are going to be very important for you. And this could be long-term business partners. This could be super close friends. This could be a lover, a marriage partner. And the information that they are providing could be very lucky for you and just help to illuminate something close to your heart. And so definitely pay attention to what's coming up on that time. All right. You do have an awesome ability to manifest what you want right now. I will say that. And that good luck is coming forth in your partnership sector. That's where you've really got some good juju going with the north node of the moon and Jupiter there. The partnerships that you have could be very supportive for your work plans as well as your life path destiny. And so this is really brilliant. And I know Jupiter is retrograde right now till May 9th. So you may not be feeling as much help or support as you would like, but the help is still there. And, you know, just be patient. And do look to your friends for some good advice right now. And be discerning and discriminatory when it comes to partnerships. And when I say that, I don't mean, discriminate, but I mean be careful who you let in. You have a good vision of the right people to have in your life. So you want people that are going to be loving and kind and supportive of who you are. So that's what I mean when I say that. Okay, the Aquarius sun is going to be squaring up to Mars on February 7th. So, you don't want to stir the pot when it comes to legal matters. You want to be careful about cultural or religious differences right now. And again, just remain open-minded on that stuff and recognize that you don't have to make any sudden decisions about things. In fact, I wouldn't make a decision on that day because your energy probably feels a little bit reckless. So just give it a little break. Okay. On the same day, Venus in Capricorn, which is your planet of attraction and desire, it is going to be sextiling that Mars. So you do have a lot of power of attraction and ability to make your plans work out. And it's a good time for you, Pisces. It's a good time to think about your life path and those long-range visions you have, and perhaps the energy you could put forth into help changing society so that we have a better place for all of us to live, including all the plants, animals, and trees and oceans and all of that. All right, on February 9th, we have a new moon happening, and that is going to be in your 12th house. So that quiet house for you, that spiritual house, that place where you can get connected to the collective consciousness, that is the place for you to set new intentions in this regard. And I would do so, over the next year. If you need to develop some mind, body, spirit practices that will help you, that would be great. And just visualize what it is you want. You may be wanting to give to charities right now around the globe, or just, putting out that good Aquarian vibe. I can only encourage you in that direction. Okay, February 10th seems like a pretty golden day to me. We've got Venus in Capricorn trining Jupiter and the North Node in Virgo. So whatever's going on with your closest partnerships, be they business partnerships, lovers, close friends, a marriage partner, that is a real blessing in your life right now. And and you've got a lot of grace and charisma and charm to draw in what it is that you want. If you are seeking the right person, you have a really good opportunity to find a really good partner at this point. Now, Mars will also be sizzling up to Jupiter in a sextile on February 13th. So, you could be getting into some kind of legal situation with a partner, and this could just be making some kind of binding contract. So it doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad thing. You could be planning a journey with a lover. You could be doing a little debate with a friend over worldviews, and that's okay, again, so long as we're respectful of our differences. So anyhow, and you could also be speaking or seeking the right spiritual teacher. That's another thing too. So that would be good energy. Whatever you've been stewing in that 9th house, expect some news to come forth on February 22nd, because you are going to have a full Virgo moon up there at that time. So that is going to reveal things a little bit. Oh, sorry, that is actually happening in your relationship department, not the 9th house. It's in your relationship department. And so that's where the full moon's going to light things up. So, if you've been seeing someone, you're going to get a better feeling for where you stand. Or if you've made some kind of business partner with someone, be it a spiritual teacher or otherwise, you're going to get a sense of how that's going, because it's going to light up that part of your world. And so, if you need to make adjustments at that time, it's a good time to do so because Jupiter's retrograde till May 9th. So, if you need to work on the relationship a little bit or change things up a little bit, that is a good time to do so. But expect emotions to run high and expect to understand where you stand with this person a little bit better on February 22nd. And if you haven't found the right person, this is your goal to seek for Mr. or Mrs. Right. And maybe you're looking for someone who isn't going to fence you in. So, you're the only one that knows who's right for you. And you'll have a better understanding of that on the 22nd of February. Now, healing is in order for all of us on February 23rd, and that's because of that Chiron-Jupiter opposition that we have going on. And for you, it is between your first house and your seventh house. I see that really clearly. So, working on healing yourself helps you with your partnerships. The good partners that you draw in, whether they're spiritual teachers, psychologists, counselors, nutritionists, acupuncturists, whoever those people are that are helping you with that natural health regime, help you with the healing. And so you are really being called right now to focus on being well in mind, body, and spirit. So I wish you well on that journey. And I do hope that if you've got any kind of illness going on, that you're able to take care of that real soon. All right, well, the month ends with Mercury in Aquarius, sextiling that Saturn in Sag in your 10th house. And so, Mercury in Aquarius wants you to bring forth those Aquarian type messages, unique ideas, scientific ideas, technology ideas, spiritual ideas, avant-garde, new age thinking stuff. All of those things that you've been working in that spiritual house, the 12th house, should be very supportive of what's going on in your 10th. And so you want to put structures and home practices in place that are going to help you in that career field. All right, well, my dear Pisces rising, it is time for you to show your truth out into the world. Time for you to find yourself and your life path and to do some deep healing this month. I wish you well on your healing journey. I hope you draw the right partnerships in to make that happen. And I just want to say peace, blessings, and namaste.